During a warm summer holiday, a curious young boy went to spend time with his grandfather in the countryside. They shared laughter, stories, and long walks under the sun. One evening, as they sat together watching the sunset, the boy turned to his grandfather with a spark in his eyes and asked, "Grandpa, when I grow up, I want to be a successful man. Can you tell me how to achieve that?" His grandfather looked at him, smiled thoughtfully, and nodded. But instead of answering right away, he simply said, "Come with me tomorrow. I'll show you." The boy didn't know it yet, but he was about to learn a powerful life lesson that would stay with him forever. The next morning, instead of giving a direct answer, the grandfather gently took the boy by the hand and led him to a nearby plant nursery. They walked among rows of greenery until he selected 2 small saplings. The boy was puzzled but followed along, trusting his grandfather's quiet wisdom. Once they returned home, the grandfather did something unexpected. He carefully planted 1 sapling in a small pot and placed it indoors by the window, safe from the outside world. Then, he took the 2nd sapling and planted it in the open yard where it would be exposed to the sun, wind, rain, and whatever nature had in store. "Now," the grandfather said, "let's wait and see which one grows better." The boy watched silently, intrigued by this mysterious lesson unfolding before him. Though he didn't yet understand, the answer to his question was beginning to take root. 4 years passed, and the boy, now taller and more thoughtful, returned to visit his grandfather. The countryside felt familiar, yet somehow different, as if time itself had been quietly teaching its own lessons. One afternoon, his grandfather took him outside and said, "Do you remember the 2 plants we planted years ago?" They first walked to the corner of the house where the indoor plant still sat in its pot. It had grown a little, its leaves healthy but its height modest, small and contained. Then they stepped into the yard where the 2nd plant had transformed into a towering tree. Its branches stretched wide, offering shade to anyone who passed beneath. Birds nested in it, and the breeze rustled through its strong limbs. The boy stood in awe, amazed by the contrast. Without a single word, the grandfather had shown him what time, environment, and resilience could do. As they stood beneath the wide branches of the towering tree, the grandfather turned to his grandson and asked gently, "Tell me, which plant do you think was more successful?" Without hesitation, the boy pointed to the tree outside. "This one, of course." "But how?" "It faced storms, strong sun, and all kinds of dangers. The other plant was safe inside the whole time." The grandfather smiled, his eyes full of quiet wisdom. "Exactly," he said. "The plant inside was protected, but it had no space to stretch its roots. It was never tested. The one outside faced many hardships, but each challenge helped it grow stronger. Its roots dug deep during storms, and the sun pushed it higher toward the sky." He placed a hand on the boy's shoulder and added, "Life is no different. If you always choose comfort, you'll never grow into your full strength. But if you embrace the challenges, even when they're hard, you'll build resilience. And that's the foundation of real success." The boy stood quietly, looking up at the great tree, its leaves rustling gently in the wind, its roots firmly grounded beneath the earth. His grandfather's words echoed in his mind. "Remember this," the old man said, his voice calm but full of conviction. "If you always choose the easy path, you'll grow comfortable, but not strong. True success doesn't come from avoiding problems, it comes from facing them. Every obstacle is a chance to grow, to dig your roots deeper." The boy took a deep breath, understanding dawning in his eyes. "So, the hardships help us become better, just like the storms helped this tree?" "Exactly," his grandfather nodded. "Don't see problems as enemies. See them as steps. Each challenge is a level in the game of life, and every time you rise above one, you level up." The boy looked at the tree once more, not just as a plant, but as a symbol. A reminder that strength, wisdom, and success are not given. They are earned through struggle, patience, and courage. From that day on, he carried that lesson in his heart: to rise, grow, and keep moving forward, no matter the storms.